Welcome to Car Biz in the Raw. I'm your host, Brian Maxwell. And today, we're going to talk about how to do a dynamic walk around. But before I get started, if you haven't already, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. And once you subscribe, hit the notification bell and select all. That way, when the podcasts are coming out, you're notified. Any other videos and information I share, you get notified. I don't want you to miss out on this. And really quick, before we get started, you may not know, but for the next 72 hours, I've done something extremely special for you. The How to Dominate at the Dealership sales training program, which includes How to Dominate at the Dealership, the Road to the Sale, which is 3 hours of audio and video, complete with a digital sales training manual in a PDF format. You can download the audios to your phone, to your laptop, listen to them on your Bluetooth on your way to your dealership. The PDF is right there on your phone. If you want to know what to say, how to overcome the objection, it's right there in front of you. So it's considered having me right there on your phone at your dealership. But you also get the How to Drive Facebook Leads, which is 3 hours teaching you not just how to set it up, but how you can take $10 and have your post relevant to a vehicle on your lot or about your dealership in front of thousands of people. This is what it takes to be able to drive those targeted leads to you at your dealership. And guess what? You get it. And it comes complete with the training manual, the 5-minute setup guide, the checklist, and the mind map. But you also get online traffic search, which is another 2 hours of audio and videos that you can download to your phone, download to your laptop, download to your computer, and it teaches you how to use Instagram, Snapchat to drive targeted people looking to buy from you to your dealership, asking for you, helping you make more money. But the icing on the cake, you get the YouTube training manual, which teaches you how to use YouTube videos to drive targeted leads. And if you want to know if it works, guess what? You're here watching it with me, and let me show you how you can do it to drive targeted people to you at your dealership. And that's not it. There's more. You get the 50 word tracks, which teach you how to overcome. I want to think about it. The price is too high. I want to shop around. I like to speak to my spouse, and I want more for my trade. These are the 5 most common objections. And guess what? 90% of salespeople have no idea what to say, so they struggle and lose with these. Not you anymore. You have access to them. You also get access to the templates on how to prospect and get people on the phone, keep them on the phone, and get that appointment locked in. You also get the email templates where you can send it out to a prospect, to a potential customer, and you can get yourself a response or get yourself a phone call. This is where a lot of people struggle and they want to avoid the phone. Not you anymore. You have access to the tools that'll help you take your game to another level. Now, this program typically sells for $397. But not anymore. Right now, for the next 3 days, you get it for $67. And on top of that, you get access to 2 monthly coaching sessions with me for the next 90 days. So for the next 90 days, we get 2 sessions every month. You and I work together to help you continue to increase your sales. So when people say, Brian, do you offer coaching? Yes, I'm offering it right now. So typically $397, you get it for $67, and you don't just get access to all these amazing tools, you get me with it. So make sure you click that link in the description right beneath the video. It'll take you right over, and you can get started immediately and download it and start applying it at your dealership. And folks, if we're unwilling to invest in ourselves, how can we ever expect other people to invest in us? And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So get started and help me help you. All right? Now, we're done with that. Let's get to the business. Now, the dynamic walk around. What a lot of people make mistakes at, I watch salespeople who've done a great job greeting, they did a great job qualifying, but they go out to the vehicle and they drop the ball. They're standing at the front on their phone texting, or just standing there and letting the customer walk themselves around. And guess what? Here's a tip and a secret for you. The customer is never going to build value in a product to help them justify why they should spend more money. If anything, they're going to be looking at it and they're going to devalue it, so that way they can tell you they want it for less money. So let me explain to you and show you how you can maintain control during your walk around and build value. And at the end of the day, remember something, you cannot close what you can't control. So you want to start off where when you get done qualifying your customer and you've identified a vehicle, let them know what you're about to do. Hey, based on the information that you gave me, I believe we have exactly what you're looking for. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go check and make sure it's here, because the last thing I want to do is get you all excited about it and it's no longer here, because some people were asking about it yesterday. So I'll go get the keys to that, check on it, and I'll pull it around, and you and I will take a look at it, okay? So now you've informed your customer. Now you want to go out, get that vehicle, and pull it around. Please avoid making the fatal mistake of what I see salespeople do, which is identifying a vehicle, getting the keys, grabbing the customer, going out, and they have no idea where that particular vehicle is parked. So now they're hitting the panic button, walking around with their customer, and if it's hot outside, everybody's sweating. And it makes you look so unprofessional, hitting the panic button, which is totally annoying, walking these people around the lot as if you have no idea what's going on. And guess what? What if you get to the vehicle and the last person left the lights on and the battery's dead? You think that person is still going to see the value in that vehicle if it doesn't even crank up, where you can be able to let them listen to the radio, feel the AC or any of that? No. Or what if somebody else showed it and it was raining the previous day and there was mud on the floor mats? Now you're showing them a vehicle that looks dirty. You want to make sure that when you go out to the vehicle, you have the opportunity to set the stage. If it's hot outside, crank on that AC. If it's cold outside, crank on that heat. If there's stuff on the inside of it, flip those mats out, get the trash off, get those leaves off, so that when you pull it up, you can present it in the best light. So now you got it pulled up. Make sure when you pull it up, you pop that hood. So you go in there and you get your customers and you start at that hood. And you keep them engaged and involved. When you're explaining something to them, make sure you point out what the feature is, what life was like without it, and how having it will benefit them. I'll give you an example. Let's say the headlights on the vehicle, they have new HID lights on it. So here's a way that you may be able to explain the feature, what life was like without it, and how it could benefit them. So hey, listen, John, one of the things that most of the people that look at this vehicle really like is the fact that it has the HID lights on it. Now, the HID lights allow you to see further into the distance and wider across the road. Now, in older model vehicles, one, they didn't have this plastic protective covering. And this covering is made out of the same material that they make motorcycle helmets with. It helps keep rain out, it helps keep bug off the lights, and it helps your lights stay bright and protected and avoid any rocks hitting them and busting them. Now, back in the day, the older model vehicles that didn't have this type of protection, water can get in it, bugs get on it and cloud it up, and if a rock skips from the tire of a truck and hits it, bam, it's broken. And if you're making an investment in a vehicle like this, you want to keep it looking nice as you can for as long as you can, right? Well, these lights, by allowing you to see further into the distance and wider onto the road, if there's a deer grazing on the side, or if there's somebody changing the tire, or if there's been some type of a issue going on, you can see it and be able to maneuver your vehicle the right way. In the older vehicles, the lights were a lot dimmer. They didn't see as far. So if a deer was grazing on the side of the road and the person was unable to see it to the last minute and it darts out, bam, there's a potential accident. But with these lights, by allowing you to see further, if that deer is grazing, guess what? You have the opportunity to maneuver over. And like we just said, making sure you make it home and your family makes it home in one piece is extremely important. And these lights will definitely help you do that. So I took a basic thing like lights and I explained the benefit of it. And that's how you want to present different things. What life is like, what the feature is, what life is like without it, and how it benefits them. And you start off at the hood and you take them around to the driver's side, to the trunk, to the passenger side. And after that, hey, you let them know, you know what? Let me give you an opportunity to enjoy it. But before we do that, let me do something. What's your favorite type of music? They may tell you, I'm going to do this. While you're riding, I'm going to let you listen to your favorite music in the vehicle. And here's a step to help them assume ownership. Instead of waiting to the end to program their phone, imagine if you program their phone to the vehicle right there before they go on the demo drive. And when it asks for the name, guess whose name it is? Their name. And you go ahead and set it up for them. You have the phone named as their name, and you put on their favorite music, and you let them know, hey, listen, while you're riding, make sure you pay attention to how smooth it is. Make sure you pay attention to how simple you can utilize the steering wheel controls, and show them if you haven't already. Okay? You want to give them the information that they should be paying attention to while they're riding. All right? Now, when you're inside and you're showing them the different things, make sure you're not just doing it and talking about it. Or when you're outside showing them, don't just talk about it. Ask them to come over. If there's a way for you to have them touch things, for you to have them bend over with you, for you to be able to engage them. But the key thing is when you move from one point to another, make sure that you have their confirmation. So after you get through, let's say, showing them whatever it is you're showing them at the hood, let them know, hey, listen, at the end of the day, if you're making an investment in a vehicle like this, I'm sure you want to keep it looking as good as you can, as long as you can, right? Right. Okay, let me show you this other feature. Because if they don't confirm, they might not understand or agree. And you want to make sure they agree. So doing the walk around, make sure you maintain control. Make sure you take them around the vehicle. Make sure you educate them on what to pay attention to on the demo drive, okay? And how well you qualify will dictate how well you're able to present what this feature is and how it benefits them. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. All right? I'm Brian Maxwell. We're going to be coming at you with another podcast. Next, we're going to be talking about education versus negotiation. Other than that, make sure, click that link, go get started. I look forward to seeing you on the coaching calls And I look forward to seeing you at the dealership. Over and out.